Namaste, angels. This is the weekly love reading for the period of tomorrow, Sunday the 7th through Saturday the 13th. There's a lot going on in the sky and the Christian calendar. There's a large event on the Hebrew calendar. There's the new month. I talk about all of this in the general reading. Some of us got to talk about it together today. YouTube was new to me. I think it's new, period. A new feature that they added called Premiere, and they included me. They sent me like an invitation. I read the details. So we're only allowing like a small amount of people to do this. But what it is you post the video like a movie premiere, and everyone watches together. You have like a online watch party together, and you chat and talk while watching the video. So people got to ask me questions, and we just got to exchange, and it was really, really cool. So I'm going to do that with this reading too. Hope that you make it there, see me there. All right, so let's go to the dice first. I'm just going to move them off the table. I'm beginning with party, sex, and try again. Spirit says eat cake. Happy birthday to any Libras celebrating this week. Also, dirty movie. There could be some like FaceTime and stuff. And Spirit says try again. Email. So maybe where you're not able to do FaceTime, or you can't bring yourself to do it, or whatever, for whatever reason, but you want to make some sort of contact, email is a good idea. Or you may receive an email. This is like Page of Cups type of stuff. Something you'll be likely happy to open, I feel. I guess it's page stuff, period. Pages bring news. So this. Okay, going to the Journey of Love Oracle. Beginning with a card called the Ancient Ones. And the Ancient Ones is about spiritual growth and awakening, and that the ancestors, all those that came before us and illuminated the world before we did, want you to know that if you haven't yet experienced your new gifts in your life, in the 3D, in your interactions with other people, that you soon will. To just be a little bit more patient. Our card this week, though, is card number 56, Dance of the Planets. There are forces larger than your own personal destiny at work in your life right now. Although they're not inharmonious to you, you may feel as though you're being blocked from, or on the other hand, rocketed toward the heavens in a role that nothing can derail. Either way, the planets are dancing as they will, and there is an effect upon your destiny. It was meant to be at this time. From rising, there will be gentle rest to recover before rising again, and from restraint, there will be propulsion into greater stratospheres. All things in time, according to the vision of the greater cycles. It is okay to trust the cosmic cycles and divine timing. After all, what point is there to rush to the bus stop if the bus doesn't depart until tomorrow? And what point is there to hold back if you're ready and set to go? Trust in the timing and rhythm of your life now, especially if it seems out of your control. That is the dance of the planets happening through you. This oracle brings a message. Pray that the planetary forces funnel blessings of grace and unconditional love, mercy, and joy to you now, that their movements through your life may happen in such a way that you can make the most of it. These are the times when the big shifts are possible, supported by cosmic movements. So pray for grace and then enjoy the ride. In those days, time was ours. We walked in the rain and held each other's hands, your lips warm against my skin, and your soul melting into mine, as night became morning amongst the cobblestone walks of now forgotten places we called ours. So we'll go right into the spread from the masculine perspective on that note. Beginning with this very Sagittarian, Cupid, the archer energy for me. You deserve love. You are lovable. And opening to finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. This can be representative of earth signs too. In addition to that, this, again, very Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, very Jupiter. Finances and career. And soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Finances and career. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Finances and career and true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Finances and career is not going anywhere. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And this may be easier for you than in the past this week when Mercury enters Scorpio. Mercury, the planet of communication, right, speed, rushing to handle your business and stuff like that. And Mercury, ruler of the sign of Gemini. Gemini is known for just blurting whatever they have to say right on out and not, mincing any words. So this is your time to do that if you've been having trouble expressing yourself in the past. Very nice. The overall energy is honeymoon, and there is actually a new moon this week as well on the 8th. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, this can be about moving into calmer, stiller waters. This can be like a chariot type of card about actual movement, transportation, vacations, possibly truly spending time together around the time of the full moon or connecting in some way, even if it's email or telepathically, FaceTime, dirty movie, all of those things possible. It's kind of like the Six of Swords too. So where things had been rocky before, all of a sudden you're getting a break. Things are, again, they're calmer, stiller. And it can be about the honeymoon phase of a relationship, a new relationship or a resurged relationship. Divine Feminine, the masculine as it relates to the feminine this week. Himself, the union as a whole. Overall, what the masculine would have the feminine do toward the union this week. What he wants from her. What he himself is willing to. What the universe would have the two do. Would love to fully support them with, but they have to first affirm it. And the outcome. Divine Feminine. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. This could be because of Venus. Right? This she is in retrograde as of yesterday, the 5th. I'm doing this, recording this reading on the 6th, this Saturday. So I definitely think that this is what this is about. She, of course, the planet of love, hasn't truly begun to move backward, but given the appearance, that's what retrograde does. It makes the planet look like it's going backward. And so it makes us revisit things from the past, like our relationships. And especially as it relates to love and romantic relationships, where Venus is concerned, right? The planet of love. The masculine as it relates to the feminine this week. ooh, okay. Sacred marriage for you, right? That's his wife. This situation involves marriage. I've actually, in my daily readings, seen some you know, actual engagements and wedding. And I do have a client that just got a new ring. Maybe some others will too. Maybe that's part of what the dice we're talking about with the celebration and eating cake. Okay, we could be celebrating some reunions at least, if nothing else. We got a wedding and honeymoon now. The overall energy is honeymoon. When I picked this up, underneath it also upright, it's heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And also upright behind that, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So it could be brand new relationships again, or relationships anew. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This can be about the sanctity, right? The sacredness of the relationships. And this can also be about ideologies and things we're bent on, stuck on, that we still need to break free from. That again, Venus in retrograde will help us with, as well as some of the other stuff that's going on in the sky right now. There is plenty. We're about to have, as of the 23rd, 4 bodies in Scorpio. We'll have 4 bodies there. So it's the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter will all be there. The masculine, as it relates to himself in love this week, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. This is very true. It's not just your parents, though. It's any and everybody who's so impactful upon you in your life that you can't move forward. Right? You can't move forward in life in general, let alone love, but they're affecting your love life as well. So you got to work on these things. And that also may be because of Venus retrograde. Chiron, the wounded healer, right? This is healing family issues. The wounded healer still in retrograde as well. Had been in Aries all that time. And it's really going to be stationed in Aries till something like the year 2026, I think it is, if I remember correctly. But temporarily had moved into Pisces. Some of you may remember a couple of weeks ago in one of our readings, we went over that. So in Pisces right now, but still retrograde and still pushing us to work on our healing. So that's what the masculine is doing this week. The masculine as it relates to the union as a whole. Attraction. So like pulling it in, because this is about the law of attraction, this card. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So by him being positive, thinking and speaking positivity over himself and the union, and you, whether you were aware of it or not, you know, he brings that closer in. That's how the law of attraction works. Manifestation works, intention works, how prayer works. You know, it's all the same. Overall, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So not a figment of your imagination. Many of us worry about that. The masculine would have the feminine do toward the union this week. Chillax. Just like I told her in the general reading. Very soon, if you clearly decide what you want, so that it comes to you now. And it's sitting here under this past life relationship. So again, we're being moved to go back and revisit, or go within and revisit what it is exactly that we're looking for. Because a lot of times the masculine does come forward, we run away. we realize then we're not ready. When he's not there, we're like, you know, where is he? I can't take this. I'm going to leave. And then as soon as he comes, we're like, oh, and we run away. So, you know, we got to get on the same page with ourselves too. Once you do that, the universe is saying, and the masculine higher self is saying, you know, that's how you are going to pull him in the same way he's doing with you. What is he willing to do this week? Calling in your soulmate. Told you, right? Pulling it, sitting right here underneath the attraction card. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So that's what he's doing. What the universe would have the two of you do, again, wants to fully support you, but you're going to have to affirm it. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. The universe is saying, like, I'm talking to you. You're not listening. You're going to have to commit to listening and like then surrendering to follow through with the guidance. That's what that's about. And the outcome. Whoa. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Well, you know what this is? Imbalance as it relates to the divine unions and divine beings finding love. That this is imbalance. So what is Libra all about? And Venus, which rules Libra. Again, we're going to be pushed to work on mending and healing ourselves to come into balance, so that very soon we will be ready for all this stuff, because if we're not this week. That's what it means. For other people, I think this could be some of the relationships that with which, we're dispensing, that we're walking away from, with which we're doing away. And we saw a lot of that in the general reading too. Pull this one and see if it adds anything to it. Children. Could be your child's other parent or something. That could be part of the family issues. And that could be connected to a wedding. Like somebody getting a divorce as part of through what they're going to. Yep. Told ya. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. You guys saw me pull the next upright card from off the top. I didn't do anything that you didn't see me do. So it is what it is. The next card is upside down. So I was meant to stop there where I did. And this is telling us that, again, for the most part, this unrequited love is connected to the past life relationship, which it crosses, as well as the healing family issues, which it crosses, and the wedding under which it sits. The person to whom you are wed, whether you're the masculine or the feminine, male or female, may very well be your child's other parent. That could be why financial issues are affecting you so severely this week too. Why that didn't want to go away. There could be family court things involved, child support, divorce settlements. That could be part of the family issues. But release your ex. Where that doesn't, again, apply to people, that don't have any children. I already gave you the other meaning, how it relates to divine beings. And also release your ex. And children can be about, even with the unrequited love. This can be you in balance, not speaking up, not saying what you've needed to say, and being your true, authentic self. This children could be representative of new beginnings, new starts, which new moons do bring. And the newly entered sun in Libra brings newly retrograde Venus brings. And this release your ex could be about, again, the need to express yourself. So the newly Mercury in Scorpio as well could help you with this. Whichever applies to you, whatever it is, at the end of the day, the time has come to clear your energy. Boom. From the perspective of the universe, beginning with fair male, which is that karmic energy, masculine energy for me in this deck, sort of representative of kind of like the devil from the traditional tarot, the sign of Capricorn too. Capricorn, something specific is going on with Capricorn too. So I lost it. But this work often represents Capricorn for me as well. And earth signs in general. And it is about work, effort. Fair male. Courting man. Courting man. Gossip. That can be kind of like 5 of swords, 5 of wands. It could be actual gossip. If somebody's trying to bring you gossip or get you to talking some, stay away from that. But there could be people talking about you. It could also be representative of drama for me. And difficulties, issues, like that healing family issues, that can be connected to that gossip card too. We're back to courting men though. And travel. Similar to the honeymoon card, calmer, stiller waters, can be sort of chariot-like, right? About transportation, about movement. whether metaphorical or, literal. Also with the plane, sort of appearing to go backward, could be connected to the energy of retrograde and revisiting. So travel in that sense, visiting. Could be a man specifically, right? Returning, coming back. Or looking back on his life, revisiting some issues. Courting man and past love. Well, there you go. Boom. On that note, I will go ahead and cut. Courting man again. Overall energy is dating, and it's under this moon. So it could be connected to, again, to the new moon in Libra. Divine couple. Recent past. Masculine's higher self. Near future. Blocks to the union. What the feminine can do, the masculine can do, what the universe would have the two do, but they have to affirm, then it'll fully support you, and the outcome. Divine couple, freedom. Possibly for the second week in a row, I think. This feels very familiar. Whether it is or not, it's very literal, right? This is breaking free. Could be the energy of Aquarius too. This could be one of the red flags. Mars, the red planet, currently located in Aquarius. Aquarius being the freedom-seeking, humanitarian, loving member of the zodiac. Wants us to move away, especially since Mercury's been direct, which is about 2-3 weeks now. Recent past. Dating queen, some 3 of fire type of stuff. Party of 3, love triangles, right? Other options being explored on one side or the other, both maybe. Very possibly involving a fire sign. We've seen that over and over again too. Often a Leo, to be more specific. Near future. Fun times. Good. Enjoying yourself. Spending time together maybe. Like this. Our overall energy of dating. Behind that dating, also upright, we have spiritual growth. So we moved into a new place, a new energy. Higher than where we were before. So we've moved beyond some things. Also friendship upright. A true foundation. Friendship that can grow into something else, but it'll be based in something real. Masculine's higher self. Boom! Just like the wedding card. All right? This is his higher self is screaming this week. Told you what my mind is on. Blocks, though, to that union. Boom! Party of 3. Told ya. Love triangle. Maybe a fire sign and an earth sign. And again, more specifically, quite possibly a Leo and a Virgo if it's a male, a Taurus if it's a female. What can the feminine do about this? It's in your hands. Free will. Sitting under freedom is your free will. You get the opportunity to make some sort of move, one way or the other. You're going to sit it out or dance. These people are dancing. This lady's dancing. This guy's dancing. This person, very possibly a Gemini, Capricorn, or Scorpio, sitting it out, thinking maybe they got to decide what they're going to do. I hope you dance. the masculine can do, maybe about this. And this is probably attached to that drama and gossip too. Money, work on this. Also, it's about value, choosing what's your priority, what's more important, who's more authentic, real, worthy. Of what are you worthy too? You have some deservingness. Do you deserve this sort of situation or this sort of situation? You know, all those things connected to that. But again, money can be literal too, because some of this stuff is tied in what I feel are like family court type situations. I'm trying to figure out how to end one thing and maybe still have an obligation there while beginning something else. That's the obstacle. But the universe would have the two do. It's saying you got to face it either way. Like, you know, this is not something that can be ignored. And it's in both cases. If you've got a past love that's creating a party of three that's a difficult that you want out, you got to face that. If you got a past love that's waiting on you, perhaps like this, you've got to face that too. And when you got free will also. So we got this person here that's making a decision. You could decide not to do anything in the feminine's regard too. But even where that's the case, you know, as far as action, but even where that's the case, it's appropriate to say something. And again, Mercury in Scorpio, as well as Venus in Scorpio, both rulers of the sign of Gemini, the great communicator, could easily move you to do that, to at least address the issue and say, look, this is going on. I'm stuck. Even though we agree when we're thinking in an ascended way that there is no stuck. You know, there can be the appearance of stuck, but there is no stuck. We always have a choice. Even if that perception is becoming your reality, that you are stuck, you can share that, respectfully share that, and at least close this particular chapter. That doesn't mean you guys won't revisit a situation again, you know, possibly in the same week, but it's like closing chapters to begin a new one rather than leaving things open-ended. That's what these celestial bodies are going to be pushing us to do this week. So you should check out the general if you have not, and if you've got any, especially if you've got any kind of questions about that, you're in one of these situations. I went on about this at length. Outcome. Ice Queen. Venus wins. Justice, basically. This is, you know, Venus showing up. Ice Queen, representative of air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All of which have shown up here in this spread. But Libra being front and center this week. And Libra's actually part of her retrograde too. She starts in Scorpio, then she goes there for a while, and then she's going to be back to Scorpio. Libra demands that we be fair, right? Balanced, that there's equity, that there's diplomacy. And so that's why I was feeling, I guess, here, that even if you're not going to take the action that the feminine would want you to take in her regard, say that. You know, there's still something to be done in that case that you need to address. The universe still wants you to address the past love issues. And it will fully support you in doing so. Give you the strength, give you the energy, give you the words to do it in the, you know, the most compassionate way that you can, whatever it is you're doing. If you first affirm, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm taking action. From the Universal Love Oracle, I'm beginning with transience and more of this need to heal from head to toe, inside and out, and the support that we always have around us. transience, and transmutation. I was going to mention the fire that I felt coming from the Guardian card. Now I have no choice but to. Transmutation, taking those negative emotions and cords of attachment and changing them into something loving, like I just described. Taking what is hurt and pain and helping to heal it in yourself and another person just by showing a little compassion and bringing them some clarity and closure. Or the other way around, taking what had been past hurt and resentment and regret and deciding, you know, that you're not doing that anymore and you're moving forward with that person. You know, in both cases, we're taking negative emotions and negative cords of attachment and turning them into something that is representative of love. That's what transmutation is about. And that brings about our continued ascension, as well as the ascension and elevation of the union itself. Transmutation and miracles. Fairy tales, they come true. It can happen to you. That's a song. I think it's like if you're young at heart. And reflection. So this is about the need again to look back on our lives, the past, look around too, the present, look forward toward the future. Right, Neptune is still in retrograde. That's all about the dreaming, our goals, what do we want? And higher love. Right, the highest form of love is ruled by Neptune, not Venus. Ruler of Pisces. What are you going to do? What do you want? And then when you decide, this is fire energy too, taking that fire, wands, representative of action, taking action. Take action and take those old emotions with which you no longer align. They don't serve you. Doesn't help you to be unable to forgive. Doesn't help you to be resentful, to be regretful, to be stuck in the past. Take all of that, turn it into love. And that will turn it into growth for you and your relationships. Right, that's how we unblock our blessings. There you go. I was just showing, when I came to that Mary card, I was made to look at the camera just now. It was exactly 33 minutes and 11 seconds in on the video at that moment. So of course 33, representative of the Ascended Masters, and 11, if we look at it as an 11, the fact that our thoughts and the words that we speak over ourselves is what becomes our reality. 11, you know, very much so about manifestation. But if we look at it as a 2, 2 is about relationship, partnership, faith, and again, miracles. So, come to emergence still for our overall energy. Emergence, about having been in the depths, right? With all this yellow, all this orange, all this purple, the white light, which is considered by many to be Christ light. When you see white light, where there's light, there's dark. So if all of that is light, then the dark must be from where she came, from where she emerged. So it's kind of like about rebirth. A lot of 7 and 8 showed up in the general reading too. And 7's also in the Bible and the script, not just the Bible, the scriptures period really, because the other religions too. Very much about death and rebirth, as well as spirituality, divinity. So that is a theme this week. I wanted to do my Lover's Path Tarot. I was in the mood to read reversals and stuff. And I looked in my drawer where I keep my cards. And they must be like all the way at the bottom, because I couldn't see them anywhere. So I decided I will pull them out from wherever they are for the moon reading. but I went ahead and used these for now. Crowning the masculine. Trilogy of light. So here's another 3. Maybe this is why I was made to point out that the clock was on 33 minutes and 11 seconds a moment ago. So it's trilogy of light here, but it's very trinity, right? The masculine, feminine, not necessarily that order, and spirit, the divine. Also about, I'm getting a lot of solar plexus, and that's yellow, maybe because of our overall energy too. When I picked this up, I guess I was meant to pick it up and show you Mary. She's behind here crying, sorrow. So this is representative of the pain. And maybe, again, like where we were down in the dumps, right? We were down, and we're emerging now. Always trying to get like nearer and dearer to the light and to the divine. Also up right underneath that is relationship, which talks about healing the relationship with oneself. If, you know, there are aspects where you're unhappy about your relationships with others. But healing by yourself or healing your relationship with yourself doesn't mean you have to do it by yourself. We always, again, have support of the divine and our guardians. It was Guardian Angel week, day this week. The 2nd was Guardian Angel Day. Talked about that last week in the general. All right. Masculine surrounded by message from afar. So this is that telepathy that we were talking about. This can even be actual 3D communication, the FaceTime, the email, all those things, especially if there's any amount of distance, if you have to go move across water. But this can also be the red flags that the universe was talking about in the first spread. Remember? Pay attention to the red flags. It's giving us messages. So masculine, you know, God is trying to tell you something, basically. The universe is talking to you. Masculine subconscious. Boom! Has every card for the masculine this week not been about the union or what? This is what's on his mind here. It's shown up in this position, the position of his mind or his higher self in every spread thus far. Sacred union. The feminine. Inner child. So we could be who has to go within. This can also be representative, again, of those feminine energies who, not necessarily with the masculine, but with a masculine energy in their life, have to heal something. They, again, their child's other parent or some sort of situation like that. Their own childhood, something that they still have to contend with and deal with. And break free from. Right? The star in the tower represents the sign of Aquarius. This young woman has a star like strategically placed almost on every like communication center, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra. Those are all ruled by air signs, by the communication. But then we have the energy of Earth coming in as well. Maybe specifically Virgo, which is, you know, ruled in tandem with Gemini by Mercury, which enters Scorpio this week. There goes the water. Could be representative of all that. Scorpio, ruled by Mars, which is located in Aquarius right now. So I think that that's what this is all about. Feminine, like, and why we'll be moved to address some issues in our lives. For those reasons I just stated. Feminine surrounded by retreat, more air and earth. Could definitely be more Venus, more Mercury. Venus, ruler of air signs Libra and Gemini, but also earth sign Taurus. Mercury, ruler of air sign Gemini, but also earth sign Virgo. And the star, again, representative of the sign of Aquarius in particular. But this is certainly breaking free, even if just for a moment. When we take the time to retreat and to go within or to pray, to make intentions, to manifest, that we're taking respite from the world. So that's what we're guided to do, feminine. And these can be connected. It's possible. The reason you may need to meditate and to pray and to, you know, to find some time to just be, which was a seriously overlying theme of the general reading, can be because of some residual concern from your childhood or with your own children. Feminine subconscious. Abundance. So more like Venus and Earth, and the need to spend some time with Mother Nature and connecting to that energy in order to open up the flow to your own abundance of you know, all things. This is money, the material, and this is love also. And there's a need to actually surrender to the guidance that you receive and follow through on it. So not like just like hearing it and moving on to the next thing without actually retaining it. There's a need to take it in, to truly absorb, and then surrender and follow. Crowning. The gateway. Why? Because we're entering this new phase. That's why we have to prepare all these things. Because we want to be welcomed into the next phase. We got to close one off in order to go to the next one. At the root. How are we going to do that? How are we going to get there? We're going to do some reflection and decide what it is we want. And then we're going to take action in that regard. And at the heart of the matter, boom. Miracles. That's the result. When you open up the flow and reconnect to the universe in a harmonious way and to yourself. Further advice in doing that from the romance angels to the masculine. Boom! Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And you want them to. Or this could be you returning, which I feel more strongly, to be honest, that you're the one that does the returning. Or the, you know, the initiation of the contact. Feminine. When they do, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. I just remembered Capricorn. There is a transit, a square between Saturn, ruler of Capricorn, and something. I just lost it again. But again, I do talk about it in the general. But that when I said work, it just like came in for a second. Was it Pluto? I don't remember. Don't get me to lying. For the masculine, courting man. So this was you. I felt it might be you when I was doing that second spread. This is you. And could very well be connected to this reconciliation. Right? This could be you making a courting call, coming to court. Feminine, they're not going to get themselves out of the way. You got to pick these things up and move them out of the way. You've got to break free. Using this energy of Mars and Aquarius, right? The action planet in the freedom-seeking planet. That's going to empower you to push this boulder out from in front of you. And so, you know, easy to do, really. How do we do it? It's sort of like with our minds, with our energy, by taking ourselves into this positive place. Just doing this can move this out of the way. From the Universal Love Oracle to the masculine, transience. So again, that healing head to toe, inside and out. And, you know, full surrender, masculine. Full surrender to the messages from afar that you're receiving. Universe talking to you, you listen. They want you to follow through on that. And lastly, for the feminine, physical body. I think this is the same woman here. And again, she's surrounded by all this yellow and red. This is solar plexus. This is sacral chakra, on which we may want to specifically work when we are doing our meditation as part of our healing. And that's it for this week. I'll be back with the love reading. I thank you for watching this. I mean, with the new moon and Libra reading, rather. This is the love reading. I thank you for watching this one. I thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. I know I'm still not very good at remembering to say that, but I need to. YouTube wants me to. They say I have to, and that's how, you know, they're going to continue to put my videos in your feed, hopefully, you know, if I don't get you to do that. then they might not show up. Also, if you're already a subscriber, every now and then you're going to want to, if you want to remain a subscriber, check to make sure you're still subscribed and that the notification button is still, checked off, that you're receiving messages every time that I put up a video, because people tend to fall off unwittingly, like unbeknown to them, and they don't realize it until they don't get notification about, the fact that I've put up a reading. And so that doesn't help them or me. All right, guys, I'll be back soon. Namaste.